All right, back to one of our earlier stories. Global Entrepreneurship Week runs between the 13th to the 19th of November 2023. It is the world's largest entrepreneurship festival, celebrated in 180 countries, aimed to create solutions for worldwide economic growth and also address issues of sustainability too. Minki Thulo, African Growth Alliance founder, joins us via video link to weigh in further. Minki, good afternoon, and thank you for your time with us here on the SABC.
Afternoon, Liesl. Thanks for having me.
Perhaps for those who've just tuned in, talk to the significance of Global Entrepreneurship Week, the importance of observing it as well in South Africa.
So what I think the importance of it is that it kind of brings direct focus in for us to celebrating, but also reflecting and evaluating where we are in the context of the global economy in fast-tracking entrepreneurship as a key pillar to growing our own economy. And of course, with the globe focusing on it, you see multiple interests across various territories to engage and network, to see what opportunities are there for entrepreneurs.
Minki, thank you for that context, because whilst we've seen interventions and programs in place, barriers to entry remain, and there are also risks. Perhaps you could speak to that in a unique South African context as well.
So certainly, I think most of the time when we talk about barriers, we as entrepreneurs, we tend to lean on towards the financial element perspective of it in terms of a barrier to entry. But I think in the South African context, one of the main barriers for me, in my view, is having a deliberate national strategy that consolidates where South Africa sees entrepreneurship in line with building its economy. So I think if we were more deliberate and have a consolidated view in the role that entrepreneurship plays in South Africa, then we could probably start streamlining the interventions. Because as it stands, we do have the skills, we do have a sizable market to grow entrepreneurship. There are legislations that have been put down there. The question is there a collaborative and clear strategy around how to deal with entrepreneurship in South Africa?
Minki, speaking about the need for a deliberate national strategy, you've also spoken about a market that does exist. Skills come to the fore as well. Walk us through what skills are needed, transitioning into entrepreneurship as well. How do we bring the element of the mindset that's also required for South African context?
So one, and I'll bring the context of me being a business coach and working with businesses across various levels, including very established businesses. And from a skill set point of view, is that what we see is we have individuals with technical skills, but lack the business skills and the leadership skills, which means that needs to be supported, because what got you to one point within your business is not necessarily going to get you to the next point. So you need to also consistently build that capacity, right? The other element being around, if we have this, let's say we had the skills to do it, and we wanted to get access to funds to market, do we have channels to access those funds? Also knowing that if you're an entrepreneur, mindset once, you have to be in for an average 26 years to see your business mature. Yes, you have the outliers when you look at successful businesses who might achieve that milestone at 16, but really it's around to say, I have to be clear that if I'm going to build this business and it's going to be a successful business versus just an income stream, then you have to be clear that you're going to be in it for 26 years on average, and that you're going to have to continuously upskill beyond your technical skills in running a business.
Minki, thank you for that. So I actually wanted to speak about the issue of access to funding and how that impacts, what entrepreneurs experience in South Africa in leading and building up a scalable and sustainable enterprise in this economy. How do we also factor in the fourth industrial revolution?
So one, there's a lot of initiatives in South Africa that support entrepreneurship when it comes to finance. Unfortunately, on the one end is what we commonly see is the quality of investment packs that are submitted by entrepreneurs to the funding institutions, right? On the other end is around the distribution channels that funders use to reach entrepreneurs that need the finance, and there's a mismatch. And hence, there is a perception that there is no funding or access to funding is difficult. Perhaps it's easier to others because we're closer to those environments. But in true fact, it's the misalignment around, do entrepreneurs understand what a qualifying investment pack looks like that will be attractive to a funder? On the other hand, are funders appearing and having activations and reaching entrepreneurs where they are?
Well, Minki, with that said, speaking about the strategies that are needed, what is put in place, how we can better support entrepreneurs, how personalized is the journey and the approach at large? What do you begin to focus on? And also, when you measure success apart from revenue, what does that look like in South Africa's context?
So, Liz, I think I want to answer the 4IR question because it always comes up, and then I'll answer the second one. One, I think 4IR is definitely an enabler, and as much as an enabler for us as entrepreneurs to reach more market, it has also brought in new competitors into our space, because not only now you're competing in South Africa, you're competing with the globe, which means your competitiveness and the attributes of your business need to be viewed in a global context versus a South African context, right?
Okay.
That's one thing. Then when you talk about scalability, it does not only lean on the finances. To grow your business, scaling means, are you scaling your operations and your systems within your business that are able to sustain beyond you as an individual and the leader or the founder of the business? On the other hand, it's about to say, if you grow a business from a 5 million annual turnover business to 50 million turnover business, growth also means your capacity as a leader to de-risk the business from its dependence on you, but also to be able to grow your capacity in playing in the strategic position of the business versus the day-to-day operations. So there are certain things that we can certainly implement beyond just the revenue element.
Thank you, Minki, for that. Thank you for those sentiments as well. Let's leave that conversation there and continue to monitor developments on that front. Minki Thulo is the founder of the African Growth Alliance, founder, in fact, just looking at Global Entrepreneurship Week, the landscape in South Africa, some of the challenges that exist, the barriers to entry, but some of the solutions also on the cards, the need for deliberate national strategies and complementing technical skills with business and leadership skills as well. We'll leave that conversation then. Thank you to her for time with us here on the SABC.